Okay, we are going to be doing another Be Ultimate Playbook segment presented by Pod Practice. This one's all about me because if you had me on your team, your plays should be around me. Just kidding. We are calling the rope-a-dope, but you can also just think of it as an initiation from the handler. So here I'm catching the pull and initiating. We're setting up kind of in the stack downfield. We're really just giving a lane on the side that I am catching the pull on, and so that I have the ability to run down the field. And then the call is also for Quinn to be the farthest out into the lane so that he can react off what I do. And then in this situation, this is like the ideal situation. There's no help, and I'm able to catch a deep one.
Yeah, and so this can be ran out of different structures, obviously. Doesn't really matter. It works partially because people don't really expect a handler catching the pull to go deep. Defenders are running down, having sprinted 60 to 70 or more yards. They don't really want to chase someone going deep, as you can see there. So it freed you up really well on this one. Anything else you want to say on why this works and when you might want to do it? Well, I guess why were we calling some rope-a-dopes in this game?
Right. I think especially when you notice the other team is sagging, it's a good counter to that. Just get that defender moving and out of the way, even if it's not necessarily even if the plan isn't to get the person who's initiating from the backfield the disc, it's a good way to make that handler defender who's in the lane sagging to make a decision and do something, and then you can run something really quick. And so, yeah, and I think like what you said, it's a really good change of pace as an initiating play, especially if you have a handler or someone who's catching the pull or whatever, who you can have go deep. And then, so yeah, here's another one where this defender was doing a good job of getting physical, so he would not allow me to go deep. He would kind of like run in front of me, but then I used that to get an under after Quinn filled, because we bump, and then off screen here, I throw him another bump, and then because he goes farther back, I get the under.
So gamesmanship in
totally.
there as well.
And, well, once he bumps me and the ref doesn't call it, I'm like, word. And so we'll just do it again, and there's no way you can if I push you a little bit, basically, you're not going to catch up for the under.
So like you were talking about, as you go deep as well, Quinn is planning to fill your space if needed.
Oh, he's doing it.
So ideally, I would say, you guys are probably not both curling or attacking this space, but it's okay.
Yeah, I think ideally you just have it more it's like, okay, on this one, Kins is going to have the lane. Quinn, delay your cut. Or on this one, Kins, just make the cut and clear. This one's going to be for Quinn. Both are, just as useful. And I think you just want to switch it up and give it. So yeah, that would definitely be the only, because I wouldn't have cut back as much if I knew Quinn was going to, and then maybe I could have gotten even a little bit more yards on and under. And then I think something to note that's nice about here that we were saying is Nanda does a good job of staying active after he throws it. He doesn't just stand. He starts to move right away. He doesn't necessarily cut, but he's engaged and keeping his defender honest. And as he starts to clear up field, if you pause, if you go back just one click, right here, as Nanda goes up field, his defender doesn't have to worry about him because, Quinn doesn't have a throw that it's going to hit him. Right now, his defender's in a fine position. But as soon as Quinn hits me on an under for 15 yards, now the defender is fucked. And that's just, the benefit of moving the ball, and especially for one that gained yards, because Nanda was just able to recognize that he had this amazing,
lane
advantage, and just and so many steps.
You guys
on
are
his defender.
Attacking. You're threatening deep from a shallow position. You're set up well for Quinn's continue, partially because of the bumps, but also because
that guy started it.
just like when you're in motion, though, it's so much harder to guard someone who's
You can
in
see
motion.
me gearing up to bump him right there, and then it's off the screen. And also, what's nice about what Nanda is doing is Zeke is there to fill. So Nanda isn't just abandoning him by like Nanda going upfield here. You see Zeke in like a position and he's maybe he's pretty wide, but he's in a great spot to if Quinn needs a reset really quick. Like Zeke could be that person next. Yeah, exactly. And so Nanda should be being aggressive from that spot because it just creates more motion for the offense. And then Coleman just doing Coleman things, just being ready.
It's interesting to think about. I'm curious what you guys think about this. How typically people who are close to the disc are they're available for resets. They're available for passive things. They're available. The thought processes will use you mid to late stall count instead of creating threats from that space like you guys were doing in this clip. What do you guys think about that?
Right. I think it's just knowing your personnel, knowing the strengths. I think ideally, well, no, I don't know if there is an ideal. Like if you have a great reset handler, have them be in that position as much as possible if they're really good at that. If you have a bunch of people who are pretty skilled at doing a lot of things, then play to that strength and create more motion in your offense. Both could work. I think I think that's just part of being a good team and being a good coach is building out systems that are most effective for your personnel.
Totally.
Well said.
Oh yeah. All right. Be ultimate, man. Get yourself some pod practice store should be up soon. Thank you, B. Go get yourself some PP gear.
Emoji. Thank you.
Go get yourself some PP gear and keep tuning in for the Be Ultimate Playbook segment presented by Pod Practice.